This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Packers and the Titans on Thursday night primetime.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No 2 games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Tennessee. And even 50 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Let's go. Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. A first down carry. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected to go. And I think that's exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. When it doesn't, it can be ugly. In this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones to the 36-yard line. Stop there. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from it. Incomplete pass.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the grab. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board 1st here in this one. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great rep.
I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tannehill on target to Burks. 1st down, Tennessee.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he stopped at the 46, gain of 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. It's complete, Burks. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 39.
That's a defense you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Jones. Give him 4 on the carry there and 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Aaron Jones rushing touchdown of the year. And they're able to add on their advantage. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 yard away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up the blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On 1st down, Rodgers to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful when you're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
An inside give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great. Swivel and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, Cowboys' last thought was just get rid of the ball, give them what they want. Unfortunately, gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6. So we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking
thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately,
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't talk too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Right side to Watson. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop. It's a slam route. And the out there, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver and stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying it up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
onside handoff. Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's got a man. Complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Henry up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd and a yard, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Flush to his right. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Packers pick it up. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man, this is Lewis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Up the middle, Jones. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Some complimentary football there. One side, your defense forces the fumble, and then they drive it down the field. Now, obviously, Charles, they wanted the touchdown, but at least they were able to drive it down and get free out of that.
Yeah, now we'll have to see how the other sideline responds, because they had plenty of time during that field goal to think about that fumble and how they were going to react. What are they going to do when they get the ball back and try and make things a little bit better for their team?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
So far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Off play action, Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Working with his 2nd and 4. On the delay, Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Rodgers.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you have to see out of the rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays plays defensively. Well, they're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And take it right at the 35.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Then, on Sunday night, the AFC champs face a tough test. The Bengals and Steelers from Heinz Field at 8:20 Eastern. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Packers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays. It's something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
from midfield. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Delay of game. Offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Rodgers now to throw. Intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down to sack.
You know, in these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Tannehill.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly coach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons, his 2nd sack of the night.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Bud Dupree in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Again, they won't get this off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Pollock's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers ready to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Caught left side by Cobb.
And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The give is to Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut.
gain.
On second down, it's Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Jones. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Well, the Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need... Snaps and soon.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
49 yards on the ground for him so far. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This is taken at the 15.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, Tannehill. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the nothing's going on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
An inside give to Jones. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A give to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 41, Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Out come the Titans now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Tannehill.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 154 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Running right, Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Flag accepted. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
After the penalty, it's Jones. It'll be a pickup before, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
second down, it's Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance.